Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on channel notifications, and share with your friends.
How long have I been waiting here? I have no idea. It must have been a long time. Actually, this is not my story. More precisely, this is my roommate's story, Leo. So I don't need to say much about myself. Leo was always friendly with me. It didn't take long for us to get acquainted. He was friendly with me from the start. Well, indeed, he really liked to tell stories. My name is Lyra. It all started a month ago. The doctor said I had a mild stroke where my brain couldn't communicate with my body. Yes, for example, if I thought about moving my feet, I would move my hands instead. When Leo came, I was unconscious, but I could hear what was happening even if it's a bit unclear. It must have been very noisy. When I woke up, he was unconscious. Right after that, the nurse came in with a new IV.
"Oh, you're up now,"
said the nurse, my eyes glancing at the patient beside me.
"That's your roommate, Leo. He has a kidney failure. I hope you can get along with him."
The nurse finished changing my IV and left. At that time, it was still difficult for me to move my mouth, let alone to talk. It was hard enough to smile. It's better if I went back to sleep. Maybe the next day, I woke up. I saw Leo had been awake earlier. He was looking outside through a nearby window. The location of my bed was not close to the window, so I couldn't enjoy the beauty of the world outside.
"Hey,
said Leo, who noticed that I was awake.
nice to meet you. I'm Leo.
I could only stare at him.
Now we will be roommates. Did the nurse tell you about me?
I tried to nod, even though it's hard.
I have a weak kidney, just to know. But I know about you.
At that time, I didn't even have time to nod.
Mild stroke. Sounds scary, huh? I understand why it is so hard for you to move your body.
May I admit, Leo was a big-mouthed person. He loved telling stories. Before that, it felt a bit lonely here. I glanced at the window near Leo.
Oh, you want to see the world outside too, but you are far away.
I just bowed my head.
Let me tell you.
I immediately looked at Leo's face.
Outside, there is a large flower garden. It looks like it's the back garden of this hospital. The flowers are blooming, they have so many different colors, and they are glowing in the sunlight.
Really, if I may say, it was a very happy moment for me. I tried to imagine the world outside through what Leo was telling me. His story was endless. I was very excited to listen to his story. The nurse was also happy that we got along with each other. He not only told me about the situation of the world through the window, but also the story of his life. About his family that was killed in an accident, his magical friend named Alex, his best friend named Jack, who often made him laugh, and his career that kept changing. I could mention them one by one because I really enjoyed his stories. I finally had a friend after laying down for a long time. I didn't even want to sleep before he slept. When he fell asleep, I often imagined having friends like Leo did. What it's like to have friends like Jack, or have relationships with the world outside. After that, I fell asleep. The next day was the same as the day before. I asked him to talk about the world outside again. He looked toward the window.
It's very crowded outside, although it's a bit cloudy. There are many food trucks, children running around, some playing ball, playing with their dogs, others flying kites. If only we could go there.
We will go there later. Suddenly, I could talk again. Leo looked at me with joy.
You can talk again! I am so proud of you!
He looked so happy. I also felt very happy. He was even more enthusiastic in telling stories. One day, he was visited by one of his friends, Carlos. He introduced me to his friend. Leo was very excited. Then, Carlos gave him the flowers he bought from the store.
Nice to meet you. Get well soon,
he said before leaving. The longer I was with Leo, the more I felt I was getting better, really. Now I could control my body. How nice. I could tell my story to Leo, and he seemed happy to listen. We have been laying here for a long time. Yes, around 2 months maybe. But that morning, everything seemed different. Leo disappeared with his bed. He was no longer in the room. What happened to him? Is he dead? My head hurt thinking about it. I was really panicked at that time.
Ah, you must be looking for Leo,
greeted the nurse who was bringing a new IV. Yes, that's right. Where is he?
Leo has a big impact on you. Congratulations. He's in the operating room.
I could only bow my head.
Hey, calm down. He will get well, then visit you.
I was relieved to hear that. I would wait for you, Leo. I'd been waiting for 3 days, let alone Leo. Even his bed hasn't come back yet. I thought he was moved to another room. When the nurse came, I asked her to move my bed to where Leo used to be. I could not wait to see the world outside from the window, imagining the beautiful world that Leo was telling me about. My heart was pounding uncontrollably. After getting there, I immediately looked towards the window and... wall! I just saw a wall. What is this? Where is the beautiful garden with the flowers and those happy kids?
What are you looking for? There's nothing there, just a wall from a neighboring building.
I was silent. Was there a building that was built while we were sleeping? Or maybe Leo lied? Excuse me, may I ask you a question?
Of course.
Where's Leo? The nurse fell silent.
Where?
I could hardly wait for an answer. He passed away. I was very surprised at that time, but I thought it was just a play.
What? Oh, surely Leo has planned all this. He has recovered, right? Lies. I don't believe it. My God, I don't believe it. We are very sorry and regret to tell you about this.
Without noticing, my eyes started to tear up. If only we could also go there.
I suddenly remembered all the conversations we had before. I was sobbing. Why did you break your promise, Leo? Why did you leave without me? What exactly did you mean all this time? You're stupid. Why not me? I had a lot of regret at that time. I did not accept this fate. All these words screamed in my head in the middle of my cries. I suddenly understood one thing. All this time he was comforting me with his lies. He just wanted to make me proud. Then with his happiness, Leo made me recover. I was stupid. I kept crying as if Leo would wake up again because of my tears. And that wouldn't happen. Sometimes I think it was better if I never knew Leo. But he taught me about what is called friendship, happiness, and warmth. From now on, I have to walk by myself.